What's up, you guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Breaking Maas. Hope you had a refreshing winter holidays.
It's 2018, it's a new year, but the same old host. As always, that's Tristan Murph, and I'm S07e4, and this is Season 7, Episode 4.
But first, to kick off this episode, we're going to head over to the news segment.
On the 4th of January, public transport workers held nationwide strikes because employees complained about the working conditions. Bus drivers stated that they did not even have time to use the bathroom during their shift. Currently, they are discussing with workers' unions to improve these conditions.
On the 14th of December, there were 2 stabbings in Kaberg, in which case 2 people were killed and a few injured. Luckily, the police have apprehended the perpetrator, however, his motive is not yet known.
Last year, the City Council put a lockdown on 71 streets here in Maastricht. This means that in these streets, student housing cannot be increased. This week, the municipality has added another 16 streets to that list. In order to address this issue, the university is bringing in 250 new container houses in Randwijk. So coming up in this episode, there's the MaasX event.
And the 90's 2000s party.
But first, in light of the upcoming elections, our reporters Jay and Marisha went out on the streets to ask students what changes they would like to see happen here in Maastricht.
Roll the footage!
On the 21st of March 2018, the local municipal elections will take place here in Maastricht.
It is very important for students to voice their opinions about the problems in Maastricht and see what they would like to change in the policies. Let's hear them out. And do you know that as a student of Maastricht University, you have the right to vote for the upcoming municipality elections?
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm not properly informed yet, but I definitely, since it's gonna come up soon, I'm definitely gonna gather information and vote consciously.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, when I'm registered at the municipality, I have the right to vote because I'm a citizen of the town. So.
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
and some friends have already told me that I definitely should vote, and I will.
Okay. And since you've been living here for quite a while, what are the problems that you encountered as a student, and what would you change? So, what message are you sending to the?
I think the most important issue that at least I experienced in my 4 years in Maastricht is the housing issue.
Okay.
The fact that rental prices are really, really high and growing every year, and I think it's getting harder and harder for students to really find accommodation that suits them and that is not ridiculously expensive in a 5 square meter kind of room. So I think that is one of the first things maybe that we should tackle, or we should try to tackle somehow.
I think the biggest one is stop students or something like that, where you can't rent as a student on certain streets. And I think that's very unfair because, I mean, it's a university city anyway, so they really need students to fill up the space. And I really don't think we make so much noise as students, so I would really change that. Maybe to bring the locals and the students closer together to work out any issues.
I think there should be more communication between the elder people and the students, and especially international students, because as far as I know, a lot of right-wing citizens are in Maastricht who are not very happy with the situation about international students, and I would love to have a more improvement in terms of the communication between both.
Currently, that some social and cultural initiatives have been closing down, and especially student-led initiatives which have not been supported adequately by the municipality, I think. And I think that is definitely an issue, and I hope that the city will in the future encourage these initiatives and in a way make up for what's being taken away.
And then secondly, I think that there's also a couple of issues in terms of safe spaces, in terms for talking about university, for example. Where I'm from, we have a lot of safe spaces, so to say, that I feel are a bit lacking in this town.
Okay.
So.
And in terms of the safe spaces that you're mentioning, do you believe spaces where students should hang out and be comfortable being just students, or more activities that we can do as students in the city?
Both, but what I'm specifically referring to is also mostly safe spaces that are provided by the university for students and by the city for students in terms of discrimination and harassment, for example, and stuff like that. That is really a part that I feel Maastricht is not really looking into yet, and maybe that is something also that we could tackle together with politics and stuff.
There's a lot of things that have to that are changing as we go, because Maastricht University is new in this city, so there's a lot of space that students need to take in the city, but also that we need to leave open for other people. So we have to make deals with other people about how to share the city. And a lot of things that need to happen are, for example, around cultural institutions, but also in what's very current issue now is housing. And we have to find a way to live together with everyone else in Maastricht and to live in the city.
And do you already have an idea of which party you would vote for?
I personally like the party D66 because they come up for better schooling systems.
Probably GroenLinks, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And why?
pretty sure. Because I think it represents the best, like the interests of the students, and yeah, also my personal vision.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably vote for GroenLinks, and because they have very similar thoughts of how not only Maastricht should change, but also in political viewpoints that I also have.
I didn't take a look, but there were some suggestions on Facebook, like from the WWD or from the newly found party MOED. And I even attended a meeting of the MOED party at Municipality, where they hosted like a lecture about blockchain and its implications for the digitalization process of democracy. And I thought it's really interesting.
Okay, so if you guys have anything that you'd like to see change here in Maastricht, just write it in the comment section below.
Up next, we have the MaasX Information Evening. This was the opening event of the organization, but also the very first activity where locals and students were brought together in ways to see if we can make this university and the city better for us all.
Cool, thanks Tristan.
Yeah,
Let's
no
check it
problem.
out.
Hello, Maastricht!
As we all know, new elections are going to come up in March.
This is why Kiki
And Ellen,
are checking out MaasX opening event tonight.
then you can find out who can even vote
Where to vote
and when to vote.
and how to vote.
But everyone knows how to vote.
Anyways, check it out! Okay, so what is this evening actually about? What are you trying to do tonight, especially?
So today we're launching MaasX, and it's the start of our campaign to make students, young people and starters of companies and just young people in general in Maastricht aware of the elections that are coming up. And we hope that this is the start of something great.
Okay, yeah, about numbers. How many students are actually living in Maastricht and eligible to vote at the municipal elections, actually?
Well, exact numbers there aren't, but we have about 20,000 students in the city, and they are all EU students who are registered here with the municipality are eligible to vote. So I would estimate up to 15,000.
I heard about the event from a friend, and I don't really know much about the politics here at all, but I think this is a good opportunity to learn about it and maybe connect more to the city itself.
How do students actually get to vote here in Maastricht?
Well, actually, what a lot of international students don't know is if you're a EU citizen and you live here and you're registered with the municipality, you can vote. You don't have to have lived here for 5 years, which is the case for non-EU citizens if they live here. So if you're an EU citizen studying here, register with the municipality if you haven't done that yet, and you can vote in the local elections.
Yeah, we hope to increase voter turnout at the local elections, which are taking place on 21st of March. And yeah, we all represent different target groups, so we thought to work together to reach as many people as possible.
Why do you think this organization is going to be good for the upcoming elections? So do you think we should promote it or not?
Well, I think it is important because there is quite a gap here with the population in Maastricht, and it is important to get the students more involved with the city, and I think the event is really important in encouraging that.
I think the students are really isolated, so people who study in university usually get friends from university, often not even from their study program, and they kind of stay in their community until they're finished with their studies, and then they move away. And they don't really mingle with the locals and or with the companies around here, and that's something that we can really improve.
Yeah, I mean, it was really different from what I expected because I was expecting a lecture and just talking, and I was surprised, but in a good way. I really liked it that we got to talk and meet other people here in the city. So.
Do you think we should have a better relationship to the students and the local citizens as well?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there should be more ways that we can communicate with, the other half of the population here, because at the moment, it's just two complete different populations.
We can actually make a difference, and every vote can make a difference.
Let's turn down the politics and turn up the party. Folks, let's head over to the 90s meets 2000s trash party, an event hosted by Complex.
Because you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Yeah, you are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Yeah, you. Give me your attention, baby. I gotta tell you a little something about yourself. You're one of my flawless. Ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Oh, wow. I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine. Fine, so fine. Oh, wow. Oh, girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine, oh, mine. Mine, oh, mine. Treasure. That is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star. You know you can make my wish come true if you let me treasure you. It's a video! Hello, darkness, my old friend. You are my treasure. You are your bond. You are my treasure. You are your mind. You are my treasure. You are your bond. You are my treasure. You are your
In the upcoming events for the month of February is the Fastest Winter Ball, 80s edition. The event will be hosted at the Bonbonnière Theater on the 8th of February.
Okay, so for all of you who are in Maastricht over the February break, make sure to check out one of Maastricht's biggest celebrations, which is Carnival from the 11th to the 13th of February. So get your costumes ready and don't forget to carve up.
On the 22nd of February is the Circus Pizzara at Complex, a circus theme party.
Okay guys, that's all we have for you for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it.
And if you want to like, comment, or subscribe, you can definitely do that. We give you the tools to do it. If you want to check out our Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, it's all there. Don't forget we're putting out videos monthly and one every Monday, Breaking Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
On Wednesday, the 22nd.
Ellen and Kiki. Sorry, I promise.
Just go do it, like we can't hold your hands. You can't.